Files, and today it is our last episode of the year, which is kind of odd to say in just general sense of talking because this year has flown by like wildfire. It's been crazy. I know I
So
say that
s-
about every year, but it's been crazy.
So sponsored by Wildly Native and all of the crazy that happens here, I
Mhm.
think crazy and wild. Well, I mean, Wildly Native. I guess if
It
you're saying
fits.
it sounds a little wild.
It fits.
So mom here, Liza to some, Mama G. What else am I called? I'm called a lot of different things.
Um,
Hey yo.
Yeah, Mrs. Getz, Miss Liza, but today you guys get the two of us.
Mhm.
We've got some important things to talk about today. Not like sad important, but just
Perspectives.
momentous, I guess. Yeah.
Perspectives. I feel like it's very much perspectives because
Mhm.
I don't know about you, but every year it's New Year's and people are like, "Oh, what's your resolution?" And I'm like, "Dude, just survive."
Yeah, I don't think I've had one.
And I feel like there's a lot of, I don't want to say pressure, but there's a lot of pressure around that in a certain extent
Mhm.
where it's, oh, I'm going to set a New Year's resolution. And then 3 weeks into it, something happens or changes.
Mhm.
And
Because life changes.
exactly. And then there's all this pressure of, oh, wow, well, I'm not following I feel like, okay, it's good to have goals. People, I feel like this time of year are very much so, I'm going to be healthier. I'm going to
Mhm.
do more of this. I'm going to do less of that. And that makes sense. And
Mhm.
those goals are great,
Mhm.
but it's okay to check your goals. I feel like each month or each week or no matter what's going on, because, if your goal is to eat healthier and then 2 weeks later it's somebody's birthday and you're turning down birthday cake, you need to reset that
Yeah.
goal.
Yeah. I think just setting, I don't want to say standard, but I can't think of another word for it. At least for me, consistency instead of you have to do this or else or something in
Don't be
that sense.
rigid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like don't take away life experiences just because it's bad for you or because it's somebody's birthday and you can't have like a drink or you can't do this. Now, if it's actually like bad for your health and you're not supposed to do it, I understand that. Um, but if it's like you said, Mom, if it's birthday cake, just eat the piece of cake.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah. Well,
do something about it.
I'm not a proponent of sitting down and eating an entire cake unless it's a mini cake or a cupcake. You could
Mhm.
eat the whole,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
don't, I think my thing is I try really hard not to guilt talk myself after I've set a goal and then something doesn't go right,
Mhm.
because the little voice in my head sometimes is mean.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think a lot of people go through that, especially women. Not that
Mhm.
men don't. I think guys have a different perspective on it because they have different stereotypes and personas kind of shoved on them that they're supposed to do this and supposed to do that and this is how it's supposed to be. And same thing with women. I feel like you have, and social media is the worst.
For guys, I feel like it's more emotion based. Don't cry kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's much more, be stoic, be this, be that.
Yeah.
Where I feel like for women, it's much more, I don't want to say looks based, but
Yeah.
does that make
Yeah.
sense?
No, I
Yeah.
totally agree. Who said something? Um, I think I actually think it was Taylor Swift.
Show me who would know.
She was in an interview and said if a man freaks out about something, he's allowed to be heard. If a woman does it, it's cynical. You know what I mean? She
Mhm.
she said something very specific, like along those lines, and I can't remember the word that she used.
So look in show notes because Lizzie will find that information.
Yes,
Because
but
I know it'll drive her crazy.
yeah, but it makes you think like, if like we're not allowed to freak out because then if you do freak out,
You're emotional.
yeah,
You're
you're
too
crazy.
emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's
hmm
like,
And then if guys do it, if you're angry, it's fine because you're a guy, and that's how you're supposed to show your emotions, which is not true. Um, so mental health is crazy important, and that could be a goal for anybody.
Yeah.
I personally think it should be a tremendous goal for everyone to keep up with it and go to therapy.
Yeah.
Go get the help that you need in the way that works for you, because nobody's perfect.
No.
Yeah.
No.
And my peace of mind is just creating a standard for yourself, not like you said, like a rigid plan, and do what you can to stick to it. But if it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And try again next week or
Yeah.
try again tomorrow.
Well, it always fascinates me, people who have these goals, and I would love the statistics. I mean, okay, listen, it makes sense that you would get a new planner the beginning of the year. I get it. And teachers get planners like when the school year starts. So I understand that there's different planners for different times of year. But I would love statistics to find out which planner is the most popular.
Yeah.
Is it the daily, like every page is a day in the thick one, in those thick
Mhm.
planners?
Mhm.
Is it the ones where you can open it up and it has a week between two pages? Is it the one that just has the month and you jot notes in it? I mean,
Mhm.
there's so many different styles, and it fascinates me.
Mhm.
I guess the ones where it's more of like, here's a page for the entire day. I wonder if that's for folks who do more journaling.
I I did some of that kind of planning with school,
Hmm.
just because there were so many little things that I had to stay on top of. Not that I don't with work or anything, but I feel like in life, or at least with our realm of work and all the stuff, it's kind of go with the flow and figure out what we need that week and that process. Because, like, we know what we have to do. It's just,
But we also have weekly meetings. We
yeah,
have monthly meetings for marketing and
yeah.
Instagram and all of those things. So we're constantly, I feel like, because it's a collaboration of duties that
Hmm.
come together,
Hmm.
where a planner is so much more personal.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. It's not like we're in accounting and then have a meeting, but then have to go and do that. Like,
I mean, we're stacked with meetings and we're doing a bunch of stuff, but I feel like a lot of that is flipped to digital.
hmm.
So I remember my dad growing
But
up.
like, we're not out on our own going and talking to this one person and then have to come back and reconvene with everybody.
No, we
Like,
do a lot of it as a team.
yeah, and most of
Yeah.
the time they come here
Yeah.
and we talk with everybody.
I remember growing up, my dad had a day timer,
Mhm.
and every month was a different little, it was a little folio kind of that went in his day timer.
Mhm.
And I mean, he lived, breathed, and died by his planner.
Mhm.
That's what he needed. But today, people don't use them like that, because I mean, that was where all his appointments and all of his
Mhm.
meetings and everything went into that.
Mhm.
And now that my parents are older, they have a month and it's laid open on the desk, and they each will write a doctor's appointment
Yeah.
or something else that's going on, and they jot it down in the calendar.
Mhm.
So it's interesting how, as life changes,
Mhm.
your planners and your style of planning
Yeah.
changes.
I've seen a lot of people also do like a daily task thing on their phones. Like, there's a lot of cool apps out there that are on your phone, and like people used to go to work with a briefcase and now it's your laptop and your cell phone, and
Yeah.
that's kind of it sometimes.
I mean, I have reminders set all day. I have a 2 o'clock daily reminder every day for a positive thought.
Yeah,
Like,
but I mean it's not like we don't have that option. And I think when I used to do that kind of planning at school, like, I every day was different for me, so it's not like I could wake up and go do this and do that, and like, cuz now I wake up, go to the gym, go to work, come home, dinner, whatever I have to do in the afternoon, and then we kind of chill the rest of the night.
mhm,
With school, it changed every 6 months,
yeah,
and every single day was different.
yeah,
Timing, class, like all of it. Like, it was so scrambled, and until I got to probably a little bit more than halfway through the semester, I was set with it, and then it changed again.
yeah.
So and looking at the month of stuff stressed me out. Like, I got my degree, but it stressed me out. Like, I don't know how people say, like, "Oh, it's the due date. You do it on the due date." I'm like, "No, you do it, like, the day after you get it, so you don't have to, like, worry about it."
Yeah.
Like,
Well, that's funny because that's how you operate. Your brother is the
the due date. I'm gonna do it on the day that
do
it's
it
due.
midnight. Do I have 2 hours left to finish
Yeah.
this?
I'm like, "Oh my god, it stresses me out so bad just thinking about it."
She literally, when she's stressed about that kind of stuff, rubs her eyes.
Yeah. I can't do
It
it.
stresses her
I
out.
can't do it.
Oh my
Like,
God.
I need it to be done. Like, I'm very type A, but if I'm, like, too rigid in my system and it, like, bumps out of line, I can't handle it and it freaks me out. So I've learned to, like, take a chill pill,
Take a
know what
breath.
you have to do the day of, and then figure it out.
Yeah.
And when it comes to flowers,
That's
that's
different.
different.
That's totally different.
Yeah.
Every day is different. Well, it's flowers. Flowers are amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I personally I've tried a it's a planner organizer little thing where it has the week, and then each morning I try to sit down before the day starts and write what my top 3 things are that I want to focus on that day, and what's the most important thing for me, what is top of mind for me. And it's not necessarily a to-do list, but it helps me, okay, I really want to focus on this. I mean, in one day, I don't know, it sounds stupid, but the one day, all I wanted to focus on is getting all the stupid laundry folded.
Mhm.
I had like 4 baskets of laundry that was just in the back of my head, and it was really frustrating me that I hadn't taken time aside to do that.
Mhm.
So that was one of the things that was in my mind. Sometimes it just helps me to write little notes down.
Mhm.
And I will admit, if I
You
am,
have always been a sticky note person.
oh, 100%.
And I put reminders in my phone. Like, if I have to run to the grocery store, I'll put it in my reminders, go to the grocery store, and then do semicolon, and then type out all the stuff that I need.
Interesting.
And sometimes I'll do it in the notes if it's a lot, but if it's just quick and easy, it's just in my reminders.
See, I like a little mini spiral notebook. I like to write all my stuff down, and sometimes every once in a while, just so I can feel like I'm accomplished, I'll maybe write something on as I'm doing things, and if I do something extra, I'll write it down and immediately cross it off and be like, "See, look, I crossed that one off already."
Hey guys, Lizzie here. I bet you didn't know this about me, but I am gluten free, and one of the things that I struggle with is going to the grocery store and finding the foods that fit my dietary needs. What I have been doing for the past couple of months is ordering from Hungryroot. Now, Hungryroot is an online company where you can order groceries off of their website. It's full of produce, crackers, cookies, to muffins, to meats, and all the different types of snacks and things like that. They have made my life so much easier in the process of finding foods that fit my dietary needs. There are filters that you can adjust, such as non GMO, dairy free, gluten free, paleo, different preferences, and things like that. So, what they have done for us, because they're such a generous company, the Hungryroot team has given us a 40% off discount code on your first box. So, if you use the code FLOWER40, and that's capital FLOWER 40 at checkout, you will get 40% off your first box. I'm so excited to team up with these guys. They've made such an impact on my life in the morning and to my day to day life. And I hope you experience the exact same thing that I do. All of the information will be linked down below, including the link to where it should already be pre applied to your cart when you hit the link and go to their website. And I will also add the code at the bottom for easy access in our show notes. I hope you guys have a wonderful day and enjoy your first box through Hungryroot.
No, I've definitely found a couple spiral notepads in the truck before.
Yeah. So normally, if it's a spiral notepad, it's floating around because of me.
Mhm.
But it helps me get all of my thoughts down. Or if I'm running errands, it helps me like, okay, the most efficient way for me to go to these 6 places is I'm going to go this way and do this and get that done and do these things. It just, I don't know, sometimes there's just so much running around. I'm like, I don't want to forget that or something along those lines.
Hey guys, Lizzie here. I bet you didn't know this about me, but I am gluten free, and one of the things that I struggle with is going to the grocery store and finding the foods that fit my dietary needs. What I have been doing for the past couple of months is ordering from Hungryroot. Now, Hungryroot is an online company where you can order groceries off of their website. It's full of produce, crackers, cookies, to muffins, to meats, and all the different types of snacks and things like that. They have made my life so much easier in the process of finding foods that fit my dietary needs. There are filters that you can adjust, such as non-GMO, dairy-free, gluten-free, paleo, different preferences and things like that. So what they have done for us, because they're such a generous company, the Hungryroot team has given us a 40% off discount code on your first box. So if you use the code FLOWER40, and that's capital FLOWER 40 at checkout, you will get 40% off your first box. I'm so excited to team up with these guys. They've made such an impact on my life in the morning and to my day-to-day life, and I hope you experience the exact same thing that I do. All of the information will be linked down below, including the link to where it should already be pre-applied to your cart when you hit the link and go to their website, and I will also add the code at the bottom for easy access in our show notes. I hope you guys have a wonderful day and enjoy your first box through Hungryroot.
So I feel like this time of year, a lot of people will start pulling out vision boards, or they start getting organized using a vision board. And I've tried them, and they're great, but I feel like if I made a digital vision board, I would feel better about it.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's Pinterest.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and I feel like vision boards have changed from, hey, here's a whole bunch of magazines, cut out some pictures. Because I'll be honest, I don't really have a lot of magazines.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know. I struggle with a vision board because I understand the concept of it and the need for it to have some longevity, but life changes.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to make it relevant, I guess, for an entire year,
Mm-hmm.
unless it's
unless you have it all like pre-planned already.
Yeah.
Because I've seen some, mostly influencers, I feel like, because then they can show everybody and blah blah blah. But they have the money to plan out a year's worth of trips to go to do this, to have a meeting, to go do that, to do this for work. And I understand that process, but I feel like that's that kind of line of work.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's not a farming kind of work.
Right.
That's just not how it works at
because
all.
I feel like for us, our vision board is the same every year. Please God, let it grow.
Yeah, pretty much. And on top of it, we're dealing with seasons, like
Yes.
4 separate seasons. Like, that's kind of what we have to base everything off of.
Yes.
And if we don't have the flowers, or if there's a really dry summer or really wet spring, it shifts how we function a lot. I mean, this past year, like, our zinnias did not, we usually have buckets of zinnias. We did not really get a whole bunch. They popped up, but they were short because it was dry.
Because of that drought.
Yeah. And then
we picked and chose. I mean, did we water? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But we definitely picked and chose what we spent more time watering dahlias than we did watering zinnias.
Oodles and oodles and oodles of dahlias.
I know, they were gorgeous.
I loved it. just wait for this year. It's gonna be beautiful. I'm very excited.
It was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing. Well, when you're talking about goals too, and you own and operate a small business, you're constantly looking at goals. You've got quarterly goals. I feel like you've got an annual goal for growth and marketing and numbers and all of that kind of stuff. But then you also have quarterly goals to make sure that you're getting to the goal. And then you also have monthly goals, and there's seasonal, there's holidays, so I feel like it depends on the industry you're in. And newsflash, I have weekly goals.
Yeah.
Trying to run the finances and
Yeah.
and have a plan for all of that.
Even out in the field, if we have a wedding on, I'm just gonna say like random dates, but in the spring, if in like May there's a random bride that really wants ranunculus and she wants pink and all of this, so it's gonna be cool. But that Monday, it's supposed to get super hot, and her wedding is on Saturday. They're gonna fry, so we have to cut them all Monday morning. Hope to God that they last and make it through.
Well, it's not hope to God. It's put them in the proper
Well,
storage.
yeah. Put them in the
what I mean?
cooler
Like,
and debug them if we have to, which was an interesting thing last year. All the
aphids.
freaking aphids. As long as they're not yellow, God bless. God.
They're so weird.
Yeah.
They like
so weird.
every color except for yellow.
Yeah.
They wouldn't touch the yellow.
Nope.
Dumb.
Mhm.
Dumb.
But isn't like yellow the color of pollen?
I know.
Like I don't get it. I know they're
know.
not bumblebees. I know it's aphids, but I don't know. It's like we have to plan sometimes 2 weeks ahead. So if it gets super hot and the peonies are blooming, we have to wrap them, put them in the cooler, put them in water. Like it's
So you're worried about heat. It's funny. The one thing that I always struggle, and really, I have probably 4 or 5 different apps that I watch weather on. My biggest thing is rain. Is it going to rain? What do we have to pick? What do we have to get out of the field before, God forbid, there's a hurricane? Or, those are extremes. When you go from cool to super hot, when you have a hurricane, when you have torrential downpours. But that's all an impact. So we know, okay, we have a really high percentage of rain or 100% chance of rain. We have to pick heavy these days and make sure everything's in that we can.
Yeah. And we're lucky to have the flexibility where if we have to, we can ask the girls or Kenley or whoever to come in at 6 o'clock in the morning, if not earlier, to come out and cut. And then we get poured on by 8 o'clock and we're soaking wet.
Yeah.
Like there's just some things that you just can't.
It's part of it.
Yeah.
We all have.
If anything, it's fun. You're not hot like in the blistering sun or like walking through the humidity of water air. But
water air. See, I will take the humidity. You can have this cold. No, thank you.
Yeah, no, I don't like the cold.
No.
Not at all.
No.
But it changes. Every year it changes. I'm excited for this year because I know it's like we learn our own ways of what flowers work, what flowers don't work, what can we plan to use. I don't think we really had any, I don't want to say mishaps, but in the past we've had some flowers that either weren't wanted color-wise or couldn't make it in the bouquets and like farmers market because it gets too hot or something. I feel like we've done a really good job of cultivating our flowers that we know that we can use
that work for us.
Yes, in multiple different ways. Yeah, for drying and picking and bouquets and all of that. But I think there's a certain level of being able to do stuff because it's hard. It's difficult to figure out what can withstand the heat on a Saturday at 10 o'clock in the morning, 11 o'clock in the morning, and still look good.
Yeah.
By 7 o'clock, they look great. But in the heat for 2 hours and sometimes in the sun.
And no water.
Yeah. Because people are walking around and I'm like,
it's a lot of stress. Except for the bridesmaids bouquets. There's no stress because people don't give 2 shits about them after they walk down the aisle. No. We find them strewn around.
It drives me insane. That's why I hate cleanups. I hate cleanups because it just breaks my heart.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to take them.
No.
Nobody.
No, they just end up left and it just... okay.
Yeah, it hurts my heart a little bit. Like
a lot of the times I snag them, bring them home, and if there's enough of them, I'll take them somewhere and donate them. If it's one, people are just kind of like, thanks. But if it's, I try to reuse as well, you know that. I'm always trying to like, wait, what can we do with this and then go give it to somebody that instead of it just being thrown away.
I think that's been a really good thing for us this year. And not that it was a New Year's resolution, but I think we've been trying to figure out our system, and when we learn every year. But I think it definitely has shifted a little bit, and it shows, and it matters. And there are just some things that we cannot grow. Like, there are a couple things that, like Gerber daisies, can't grow them.
Actually, we grow them well in pots. They don't do well in the field.
No.
Like they just don't. I don't
No.
know what it is.
Mm-mm.
It's frustrating.
Yeah. And like stock, I think Kenley has tried stock 3 or 4 different ways. In the field, in the hoop house, next to the hoop house, on the south side, on the north, like all of it.
Yeah.
And they still grow like a pile of
Wonky.
noodles. Like, it drives me insane. No, it's cute because sometimes the ones that we get from the
Mhm.
wholesaler, because they're specifically asked for from a bride, or we just know it's going to work for their color scheme or things like that, we still use the little guys, boutonnieres, corsages.
Yep.
They smell amazing, like little teeny tiny buds that are like 3
And they're
inches.
spicy.
Yeah,
They're
they
an
smell
edible
amazing.
flower.
Smell like
And
broccoli.
they are no, they don't.
Yes, they do. They're stems. When you cut them, they smell
they're
like broccoli,
stems.
not the
Okay.
flowers.
Okay. I was like, wait a
No,
minute.
the flowers are spicy. But if you want like long stem, perfect, like up to your hip, can't do it. Cannot do it.
Maybe up to above my knees.
Yeah.
And that's fine. I
Yeah.
don't need them to be super long and huge.
Yeah, and then they start to like look at you funny, and then they grow the other way. It's just so weird.
Yeah.
So
I don't
weird.
know. I
But like
don't know.
foxglove, we put it in the hoop house for how many years?
Oh my God.
And
it
this
just
past
grows
spring-
and grows and grows and grows and grows.
Yeah, in the field, it's everywhere.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
And yarrow grows like grass.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love our foxglove.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of my favorites.
Yeah, I think the fun thing that we had this past spring that I loved to see new was our lupine or
Mhm.
lupin. I can't wait for this upcoming spring because you get double
Mhm.
of what you got last year.
Mhm.
And last year was already like 3 or 4 like decent buckets, but you could like spread them out. They'd be like a half of a bucket, but you could still spread them out in like the bouquets. But this year we should get like a decent amount. And this year for peonies, I'm a little scared for peonies. It's the end of May is insane.
It's
Or
gonna be stunning.
Mother's Day
Yeah.
is usually when it hits, depending on how warm it
Well,
gets.
low key, I kind of ordered some more roots.
Oh my god.
Whoops.
God bless.
Yeah, but I
Okay.
wanted more of the deep pink ones because, again, peonies are another edible that most people don't realize are edible.
Oh yeah, and they're beautiful.
They're stunning, and there's a gazillion things you can do with them.
And they last for what? A month?
Not
Peony
even.
season is like my favorite. I
Oh.
love it. It lasts for like 2 seconds, but I love
Yeah,
it.
You blink and you're like, oh,
hmm
damn it.
I love it.
Yeah.
Love it. So I'm very excited.
I feel like it's peony, then dahlia, then sunflower. Then
Yeah.
there's a pause
hmm
because it's July and it's hot and everybody's
I think
like
and
dying.
the hardest lull for us is in between that spring and summer transition because it's been kind of chilly, but it's warming up a little bit. The spring flowers are done. The snaps are finally done growing. They've had some rust or whatever.
Mhm.
And then the summer flowers are like just at the breaking point of
I go
blooming.
out and I talk to them a lot.
Well,
Come
we
on,
go
guys, you
out-
can do it.
Yeah, we look and we go, well,
Yeah.
there's a whole lot of green and not a whole lot of flowers.
Yeah.
Um,
And that's why we are doing 3 rotations of spring flowers
mhm.
because we've got our fall planted. We have our fall planted, we have our early spring, then we have late spring.
Mhm.
So that helps us in that strange transition time of
Mhm.
like, oh, we need more stuff.
Yeah,
That's
So,
huge.
I'm excited for that.
Huge. But so in order to help folks with their garden goals,
Dun, dun,
we
dun.
we as a team sat down and talked about, how do you determine what the goals should be for your garden. So we are really excited that we have created just a very, very simple, very basic, but something just to kind of help you get started.
Mhm.
Garden goals of 2025.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm so excited for this.
So our freebie will be available on January 5th.
Yeah.
Which she said the 5th.
Yes, it'll be a Sunday.
Because I figured we talked about when it should be out and when it should go and all of that kind of stuff. And we figured Sunday because then it's time for folks to be able, when they go back to work and they're maybe a little distracted, they
Mhm.
can download and take a look at the garden goals. And I feel like everybody's setting so many personal goals right now. We wanted to kind of let that settle a little bit and then jump into the garden goals. So we wanted to be something that was a little different. So we have a couple different categories on here. I think the one that I like the best is the bottom one in the far corner. I never want to grow this again.
Yeah. So there's little like check boxes that you guys can fill out, and there's space for you to write. You can copy or you can download this and print it out 2 or 3 times if you want. You can print it out as many times as you would like, because I know I have larger handwriting than some people. So
Or
I
you
would
could do
definitely
one
fill this
for
in.
flower garden and one for vegetable garden.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
absolutely. Are you okay if I explain the questions that are on here so
absolutely.
people are
Absolutely.
okay? All right. So the first one is, in 2024, I was proud of, and it could be anything. It could be garden goals. It could be,
I was proud of my arugula. Dude, every time we cut the grass in quotes,
oh my God.
all you could smell was arugula because it just grew.
Yeah,
It's like,
we'll cut the
oh.
grass, and we were like, why does it smell so spicy? Mom's like, it's the arugula.
Yeah, we're not going to talk
We're
about
like,
that.
oh, okay. The next one is, in 2025, I will, so, just simple goals.
I will be better about checking my soil.
Yes. Watering.
Yeah.
Keeping the birds away. Anything like that. I was happy I grew, ... I would like to grow.
I was really happy. I know we're a flower farm, but I was really proud of my lettuce.
It was pretty good.
It was pretty.
Until the rabbits ate it.
Yeah. Or whatever came through that one night and just took everything out. I was like, nope, I'm done.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot.
All 20 pepper plants clipped off at the base.
Yeah, gone.
I was
just disappeared.
And then laying next to them. It's like, if you're going to clip it off, at least eat it.
Yeah.
Oh, rude. So rude.
Yeah. The next one is, I wish I had done. Do you think there's anything that you wish you had done?
I wish I had fenced the vegetables.
Yeah. There you go. I will try to.
I am going to try to be more patient with the whole process, and I am moving all of the vegetables into the fenced-in backyard.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
That's a good idea.
Yep. Well, okay. So I didn't realize, like growing up, my grandfather always had a garden. And when I say garden, I want you to picture like, and from what I understand and some of the stuff that I've been looking at, he had what was called a depression garden. He grew up in the Depression. So his garden was in the perspective of, I need to grow this, to can this, or freeze this, to keep this. So his garden was like an acre.
Yeah.
And that was always my benchmark of a vegetable garden.
His garden was massive.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah. I remember when you would garden in it when I was tiny.
Yeah. Well, I put your sandbox in it.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
Because you'd be in your sandbox digging and all happy, and I knew you were fine. And then I could go over and garden and grow vegetables and all that kind of stuff. And I always felt like I failed because it was never at the scale and mass that he did. And I was like, okay, so I'm going to scale it down and I'll do it smaller.
It was big. Looking at that space now, it was
ridiculous.
Huge.
But he was constantly also rotating. He would grow.
It's also part of his job, I feel like. Like,
yeah.
He was always here.
Yes.
Like
100%. He would grow hundreds of feet of beans, and then they would get, frozen and canned and all of that kind of stuff. And we tend to eat fresh. So it's just always been a thing. So I tried to give myself some grace and tried to make the garden smaller. And then the weeds come. And I just always feel like, dude, if I was a colonial, we'd be dead. Because I could not feed us. I would have to trade flour.
Yeah. I mean, that's one way to do it.
So I'd probably be accused of being a witch because I can, grow herbs and flowers, but I can't grow the fruit. It's just, ugh. So having the vegetable garden that I tried to do last year last as long as it did, I was like, okay. So in my garden quest and on Pinterest, I found a different term for how I like to garden. And I didn't even know it was a thing. And I feel so dumb not knowing, but you don't know what you don't know.
Mhm.
I didn't know that there were kitchen gardens. And basically the the thought behind that is you grow what you eat.
Mhm.
You're not growing to store and it's not massive. And I was
Mhm.
like, oh, I can do that.
Mhm.
So I've got and I did a little bit of it last year because I had stuff in containers and I was able to pick and it was on the back
Mhm.
patio,
Mhm.
like it was fine.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, super
So I'm
simple.
super excited about that because that's my space to screw up and try and break
Mhm.
and do all of the things with.
Yeah, I'm excited for the herbs.
Hmm.
That's always my favorite.
Well,
Like
they
fresh
smell good
basil
and
on
they're
pizza.
just yeah. It's just I don't know. It's
Mhm.
good. It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a good one. And the last one, I never want to grow this again.
What do I not want to grow again? Well, to me, the top thing that I would say that I never want to grow again is the Colorado yarrow.
Yeah.
That has been so incredibly invasive for us.
Yeah.
And I wish I had known ahead of time, but I thought yarrow was going to be yarrow. I thought yarrow grew similarly, and it's beautiful. The
Mhm.
colors are amazing, and it's petite, and it's so
Even
nice.
even this year though, we didn't get as much as we normally would because I didn't realize, like you said, that we have to rotate it.
Yeah, it likes to be it likes to be planted, picked, and then either reseeded or it's not a true perennial.
Mhm.
I don't know. That
Mhm.
plant.
Yeah. Other than that one side next to the eucalyptus, I don't know if it's because the girls always cut it back like grass. So I guess
Well, and I mow the crap out of it, and then I've dug so much out of it,
yeah,
and I mean,
it still comes back.
it does, and it comes back better the meaner I am to it.
Yeah. Uh-huh. And then it'll pop up in the grass and we'll
Beside it,
have like centimeter sized
Barbie
yarrow.
doll size.
Yeah, tiny, 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 like micro stems of stuff. Like,
Ridiculous,
uh-huh.
ridiculous.
Mhm.
So we tried to design our garden goals flyer sheet thing. I don't know, page
Planner?
planner.
Yeah.
Or we tried to plan that so it wasn't that you would feel bad. We tried to, because you know what? If you're really excited about something and it dies, okay, you plan it again.
Mhm.
You know.
Mhm.
So we really put a lot of thought into this to make sure that it was something that was fun and exciting for you.
Yeah.
So I can't wait for this to go out. I've been a pain in their ass the past couple days. Are we ready? Are we done? Do we have it ready? What about now? Should we just
It's
let it out
coming.
early?
It's coming.
They're like, Mom, calm down.
It'll be Sunday. So hopefully you guys can grab it and have a good time with it. If you end up filling it out, let us know. Send us a message on Instagram of like, this is what I came up with, or completely keep it to yourself and call it a day.
I would love to see people using it. Oh my gosh.
Mhm.
I'd love to see I want to see what people put in the bottom. I never want to grow this again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chamomile. Ooh, that's another one you got to be
Yeah.
careful.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That was very interesting to grow. Was last year our first year growing it?
In for production.
Oh,
Yes.
wow. Okay.
Personally, no, I've grown that in the past and been like, whoa.
Okay. Smells good.
It does. It does. So
Yeah. Alrighty, guys. Thank you so much for your time today. I hope you have a wonderful New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. Cause New Year's Day today. Tomorrow, today. Your today, tomorrow.
yeah.
Thank you for tagging along this year, and we have some very exciting things coming up
I'm so
this year.
excited.
And it's been very hard for us to not
share,
talk about it. There have been a lot of logistical pieces that we have had to put together with so many people and so many certifications and just all of the stuff. This year's going to be a big year.
Yeah,
I know I say that every year.
No, this is different.
This year's going to be a big year.
This is different.
So and I don't know if it's just because it's
tuned.
2025 and it's every whatever. I guess we're just superstitious, but I hope you guys had a good year. I hope your garden goals are met and you accept the the ones that you either didn't make, didn't want to do, or never want to do again. Thank you for tagging along with us. We love you guys.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year. I hope somewhere you watch some fireworks or eat your favorite last meal of the year or completely chilled if you're sick. I don't know. Have so much fun today, you guys, and we will talk to you soon.
Happy New Year.
Bye.
Hey guys, just dropping a line to tell you about Patreon.
So I asked them, meaning Mom and Amber, what is Patreon anyway? Because I honestly had no idea. So we're going to explain it to you from our perspective so that you understand and so that I understand.
Because the first time I saw it, I was like, Patron, we're drinking tequila? Great. So Patreon is for less than a cup of coffee, those fancy coffees that y'all like, a day, you can sign up to become one of our members.
A little family.
Exactly. And what does that get us?
It gets us some freebies, some special episodes that other people do not get access to. You can interact with us on a special platform where we can ask you questions and interact with you. It's tons of fun.
Mm-hmm. And even on those special episodes, we might be less censored than we are already. And we're going to have a couple fun ones that we can just kind of throw in there and talk about and laugh and go on tangents and have fun. So I hope that you all enjoy it because we're going to have fun along the way. We're crazy, crazy, crazy excited.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Back to the episode now. Bye.
Gracias.